Oops, just one quick second. Oop. Welcome to Medicine Buddha Meditation on May 30th. So, this morning's meditation is going to be decidedly different from our usual Medicine Buddha meditation. And Joe, you and I can communicate later, and I can get you some links to sort of our traditional Medicine Buddha practice. This morning, I would like to talk with you about the subtle body. The subtle body. We have, as everyone knows, except perhaps you, Joe, um, in our traditional Medicine Buddha meditation, I make reference to subtle body parts, chakras, channels, energy winds, also known as prana, also known as chi. These subtle body parts, this inner technology, sometimes it's referred to, are typically presented in Buddha's Tantra teachings. Tantra is a woefully misunderstood term in contemporary Western society, and I don't have time to get into all of the misunderstandings, albeit typically well-meaning, benevolent misunderstandings. But these subtle body parts, the subtle winds, chakras, channels, are typically presented in Tantra teachings. I'd like you to think about channels and chakras as though you are an electrician, as though you're an electrician, maybe wiring a house. There is a central source of electricity that comes into the house, and from that central source, there is a junction box, and from that junction box, different wires go out to different parts of the house, carrying energy to those house parts. Okay. In a similar way, prana moves through our body through subtle body parts like chakras. You can think of them as junction boxes, if you will. And the channels are the wires that lead to different parts of our body. I got to say, the only difference between, well, one of the main differences between the wiring of a house and the subtle body parts that we have is that whereas with the house, the electricity comes from an outside source, from a source outside of the house, within our body, prana exists within our body. It's a self-generating, self-sustaining, subtle energy. Okay? So let me just make sure I'm keeping an eye on the time. So a big part of a big subtle body part is what's called the central channel. The central channel originates, air quotes around the word originates, at a point in between our eyebrows, goes up to the crown of our head, and then drops straight down in a straight line, and terminates, air quotes at the word terminates, at the tip of our sex organ. Okay. Along the central channel, there are chakras. You could think of them as junction boxes from which prana can travel to other parts of our body. Key chakras are at the point in between our eyebrows, crown of our head, throat, heart, as in the center of our chest, navel, and a point 4 finger widths beneath our navel. Okay, those are what sometimes are referred to as primary chakras. All of those chakras have names. No need to concern yourself with them now. And likewise, no need for you to remember for purposes of our meditation this morning. No need for you to memorize any of this. I'll guide us through it and I'll lead you through what we need to do in our meditation. Okay? Prana will come down, will move up and down our central channel, and by direction with our consciousness, through our consciousness, we can direct our prana to different parts of the body that are in need of special attention. Okay? So, for example, maybe we have a shoulder problem from our throat chakra coming up from the point in between our eyebrows, the crown of our head, down to our throat chakra, and then into one of our shoulders from that chakra, we can facilitate the delivery of prana to that body part and enable healing. This direction of the prana, if you will, is mounted upon our breath. I'll lead us through that part of the meditation too. So just for now, just know on the inhalation, we will go from the point in between our eyebrows up to the crown of our head, down to our throat chakra and into our shoulder. Okay. On the exhalation, we'll reverse course back to the from our shoulder to the throat chakra to the crown, down in between the point of our eyebrows and down like that, mounted upon the breath. Okay. We can do that with any of our body parts. Knee, a beloved on this call recently had a knee replacement, right? We can go down from the crown of our, excuse me, on the inhalation from the crown of our point in between our eyebrows, crown of our head, down through the central channel to the chakra 4 finger width below our navel, or actually it would be at the navel chakra, and then down into our knee. On the subsequent exhalation, back to the navel chakra, up through the central channel, crown down to the eyebrow, point in between the eyebrows. Seems like a lot of activity, a lot of movement to take place in one inhalation or one exhalation, but you'll get the hang of it with some practice. So, last thing I want to say before we give this meditation a try, and again, Joe, and you too, Barb, this is very, very different from our traditional Medicine Buddha meditation. So, yeah, just know that this is all new stuff for most of the people on this call and in person here. Um, Healing body parts is only part of the path. Yeah. Making our knee feel better, our shoulder feel better, a wrist feel better, an internal organ feel better. Maybe we're having a stomach problem. Yeah. It's good that we can use our prana to facilitate healing of our physical body. But as you know, a healthy physical body does not constitute the end of the path, right? It does not constitute the completion of the path. The completion of the path is full awakening, full liberation from suffering. And that's a function of mind, right? Having a healthy physical body is important because if we're preoccupied, distracted by pain that we're experiencing in our knee or our shoulder or our digestive tract, then it makes meditation hard, right? It's hard to meditate when our physical body hurts. So everything I'm sharing with you about these subtle body parts, in one sense, that is to say, there are a lot of different applications to our management, if you will, or the facilitation that takes place through our subtle body parts. There are a lot of different applications, but the one we're focusing right now is to make our body feel better so that we can live to fight another day. I hope that makes sense. There are lots of writings on this, lots of teachings from my teacher. He's written about it in many of his texts. If you'd like to learn more about it and study on your own, let me know. I can refer you to some texts. For now, let's give this a try, okay? Let's give this movement of prana and subtle body parts, let's give it a try. We can begin by settling into a comfortable meditation posture. Please take care, of course, to ensure that your spine is straight and relaxed. Our mouth is closed, our jaw is relaxed. And if you haven't already done so, please go ahead and softly close your eyes. And as a preliminary practice for our meditation, I would invite you to mount our three-word mantra on the breath. As you inhale, silently say the word rests. At the top of the inhalation, silently recite the word relax. And on the exhalation, silently recite the word allow, as in allow the world and everything in it to be as it is. Rest, relax, allow, and repeat this sequence for the next moment or two. Please bring your awareness to the crown of your head, to your scalp in particular. And I'd like you to allow at once all of the tiny muscles and nerves that support your scalp to become loose and completely relaxed. Please allow the tiny muscles and nerves across your forehead, the tiny muscles that support your eyebrows, and all of the muscles in your face to become soft and completely relaxed. Your facial muscles become so soft and relaxed that it might feel as though the pores of your skin are opening up now. Your mind starts to relax as your body is starting to relax. And for the remainder of our meditation this morning, I would invite you to bring your awareness not only to the sound of the words that you hear, but also to the silent gaps in between the words and in between the sentences. Please allow the tiny muscles that support your jaw to become soft and relaxed. Just allow any tension that you might be carrying in your jaw to dissipate, to drain away completely, to dissolve into empty space, to dissolve into space like emptiness, to dissolve into space like emptiness. Your jaw may start to feel a bit heavier now, and it takes a gentle and deliberate effort to keep your jaw from dropping open. Please allow the muscles in your neck and your throat to become soft and relaxed, as well as the muscles in your shoulders. Allow your shoulders to settle and to rest, to become soft and relaxed. And as your shoulders settle and rest, they may start to feel a bit heavier now. This causes them to drop down into a natural, comfortable position. There's a subtle lengthening of your neck and a subtle lengthening of your spine. Please allow the muscles in your arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers to each become completely soft and completely relaxed. And your hands now might feel a bit warmer and heavier as they rest in your lap. And your mind relaxes as your body relaxes. The muscles in your chest become soft and relaxed, and your lungs are now able to perform perfectly and without effort their natural function of breathing. The muscles in your abdomen, and likewise all of the muscles in your back, all of the muscles that support your shoulder blades and your spine. Allow these muscle sets to settle and to rest, to become soft and relaxed as you drop deeper and deeper on down. And let yourself go. The muscles in your hips and your pelvic area become soft and relaxed, as well as the muscles in your legs, knees, calves, ankles, feet, and toes. One by one, these muscle sets become completely soft and completely relaxed. The soles of your feet, even the muscles and nerves in the soles of your feet, even the tiny muscles and nerves at the tips of your toes, even your bodily fluids, even the marrow in your bones, even the cells that comprise the marrow in your bones are all resting and relaxed. Your body is a mountain with consciousness now, balanced, grounded, stable, with ancient wisdom awareness, with ancient awakened awareness. Your mind relaxes completely now as your body is completely relaxed. And let yourself go. And continue to be aware of the silent gaps. Silence is the mere absence of sound. There is nothing more to silence than this absence. It is this absence of sound that defines silence and nothing more. In the space before you is living Medicine Buddha. Medicine Buddha has a blue-colored body of light and sits cross-legged on the seat of a lotus flower. Medicine Buddha's left hand rests in her lap with her palm facing upward in the mudra or hand position of meditative equipoise. In the palm, in the palm of her left hand, she holds a bowl of healing medicine nectar. Medicine Buddha's right hand extends over her right knee with her palm facing forward in the mudra of supreme giving. Between the thumb and index finger of her right hand, she holds the stem of a healing medicinal plant. Tathagata Medicine Buddha is the synthesis of all healing Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the past, present, and future. A perfectly clear visualization of the healing Buddha is not important. What is important is for you to know that she occupies the space in front of you. And from the heart of Tathagata Medicine Buddha, blessings in the form of lights and nectars descend, entering every single pore of your body, especially the crown of your head. For the next moment or two, Please just avail yourself to these blessings, much as a mountain would avail itself to rays of sunshine. With great delight, with great delight, Tathagata Medicine Buddha comes to the crown of your head, positions herself such that she's facing the same direction as you, and diminishes in size to that of a sesame seed. Entering the crown of your head, she passes your crown chakra, and your body becomes inseparably mixed with the enlightened body of Medicine Buddha. Descending down through the center of your body, down through your central channel, she passes your throat chakra, and your speech becomes inseparably mixed with the enlightened speech of Medicine Buddha. Descending still further, easily and gently, she comes to the center of your chest, which is where your heart chakra is located. And at the center of your heart chakra is your root consciousness. Medicine Buddha absorbs into your root consciousness, and your mind becomes inseparably mixed with the enlightened mind of Tathagata Medicine Buddha. Your channels, your internal energy winds, your chakras, your physical body, and your mind are all inseparably mixed with enlightened consciousness. For the next few moments, please just avail yourself to and enjoy this mixing which is known as the Yoga of Medicine Buddha. Please feel free to conjoin your practice of the Yoga of Medicine Buddha with meditation on the inner body. And you can know that anywhere you observe a sensation, there is consciousness at that place. And because your mind is now mixed with the mind of Medicine Buddha, there is necessarily enlightened consciousness at that place. there is a subtle part of your body that is referred to as the central channel. The central channel originates at a point in between your eyebrows, ascends to the crown of your head, and then descends in a straight line down through the center of your body, terminating at the tip of your sex organ. The central channel is about the width of a drinking straw, and the walls of the central channel are soft and supple. Energy winds, sometimes called prana, sometimes called chi, flow through your central channel. And by allowing this prana to move up and down your central channel, you can facilitate healing and maintain good health. So, with each inhalation, I'd like you to please allow your prana to move up to the crown of your head and then move down through your central channel to the bottom point of your central channel. On the exhalation, allow your prana to move back up through the central channel to the crown of your head and down to the point in between your eyebrows. Subsequent inhalation up to the crown and then down. And repeat this pattern, this sequence for the next few moments. This practice of mounting the movement of your prana upon the breath. Along the central channel are junction points known as chakras. From these chakras, secondary channels branch off and enable the movement of prana to different parts of the body. One of these chakras is located at the center of your throat. It is known as the throat chakra. And I'd like you to experiment with moving your prana through your central channel into the secondary channels to your left shoulder. So On the inhalation, allow your prana to move from the point in between your eyebrows up to the crown of your head, down to the throat chakra, and from the throat chakra via secondary channels to your left shoulder. On the subsequent exhalation, allow the prana to move back through the secondary channels from your left shoulder to the throat chakra, up to the crown of your head, and back down to the point in between your eyebrows. On the next inhalation, up to the crown, down to the throat chakra, into your left shoulder via secondary channels. Exhalation back into your central channel at the throat chakra, up to the crown, down to the point in between your eyebrows. And repeat this sequence for the next few moments. Please resume. Please resume your practice of central channel yoga, allowing your wind, your internal energy winds to move up and down the length of your central channel, mounted upon the breath. Please gently redirect your awareness once again. Become aware again of this collection of parts we've agreed to label physical body, and allow your breathing to become less shallow. Taking deeper and deeper breaths, become aware again of the garments of clothing resting on the surface of physical body. Become aware again of your surroundings inside the room that you're occupying. Deeper and deeper breaths, becoming aware again of the world that exists outside of the room that you're occupying. Become aware again of clouds, of blue sky beyond the clouds, of limitless space beyond the blue sky. We dedicate all of the merit, all of the positive energy from this morning's meditation to world peace. May all beings without exception soon come to enjoy a state of complete, perfect fearlessness. May all beings without exception soon come to enjoy inner and outer peace. May we soon come to enjoy inner and outer freedom. Completely fill up your belly and lungs with air, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes and bring your meditation to an end. Thank you very much, friends. A blessed day. Hope to
Thank
see
you.
you at a Lotus Center meditation soon.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Everybody.